Talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Welcome to Chad's Underground Scene with my special guest today, Fletcher Harrington. How you doing, buddy?
Hey.
We're out here, we're above ground. We're not underground this time. We're in a beautiful park here above ground in Irvine. How you doing? How's the neighborhood?
Great.
So let's start with you telling us a little bit about you.
Gee whiz, I play guitar. I'm in a couple of bands. The Goat Hill Gamblers and the Very Stable Geniuses. Actually, we have a couple of dates at the fair coming up this year. The OC Fair.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm playing around as my, do a solo gig sometimes, just acoustic. I'm playing at the Mamba next Wednesday. You're playing there tonight, right?
This Wednesday. And we've played with each other quite a few times. I've acoustically and with the Goat Hill Gamblers. I've played with you guys with Big Mess.
Yeah, that's right. At Gallagher's or something, right?
Yeah, Gallagher's, and I think out at I think Dino's before it changed to the Mamba.
Oh, that's right, yeah. When it's Centerfields back in the day.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your music and where you started with music.
Been playing, since I was a kid. I started off playing drums, and I played, I was in the school program. I was pretty good, so I got to play in the school jazz bands, and I got to learn how to play like in 7/4 time and that kind of stuff. That was neato. And I played on my own. We had rock bands. I played punk rock for a long time, drums. I know a lot of punk rock songs, but I know the drum parts to them,
Oh, right, yeah.
And
that's the best place to get your drumming going, right?
Yeah, totally. And then I learned how to play guitar, and I kind of knew how to play guitar, but I moved to California years ago. My dad was in the military, and I lived in a bunch of different places, and then my father and all my relatives are from Mississippi. And he retired to Mississippi, and when I went to college there for a while, and Mississippi's okay, but it was kind of real quiet and slow, and so I moved. I had a friend who lived in California, so I came out for a visit and never went back.
Never went back. That's a lot of people's story for California.
Yeah. She lived in Laguna Beach, and I didn't know Laguna Beach from Malibu Beach. I just moved and go, this is cool. I never want to leave. And
the weather doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really. You say that. And as a kid, I lived in Colorado. I got used to like blizzards and stuff like that. But I say that all the time. The weather's great out here, and some people go, whoa, go somewhere else, and you'll figure it out.
So were you able to play drums for some bands out there, or out here?
In Colorado, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. In Colorado is actually where I went to high school, and did the jazz programs and stuff like that. And out here, I haven't played a whole lot of drums. In the Goat Hill Gamblers, we were doing that for a long time, and we kind of got tired of it. So we're in the process of finding a drummer now. But Gil plays drums also. And we would just switch off. I said, I'll play on your songs, you play on my songs.
Perfect.
And we played 2 or 3 songs in a row of each other. And
I think that's what you did the first time I played with you.
Okay, yeah. That was fun because I got my drumming chops up really well. And that helped out with the recordings, because you just sit behind the drums and do it a couple of times through, and you're already, you got it together.
Right.
So you can lay down a track and not have to worry about doing it over and over and over again. That kind of thing.
All right. So I think we should start the show, and this is going to be a new one for this show. We're going to bring in our cameraman to play some guitar.
Cool.
So announce the song you guys are going to play, and I might join in on some bass.
So we do Powderfinger right now. All right. A Neil Young song. All right.
With the big red beak and there's a flag in the middle.
Okay, hope you enjoyed that. A little powder finger for you. Let's talk a little bit about your Goat Hill Gamblers. Tell us how that came together and how long you guys been together and what you're up to.
We got together. They were in a band. They did like an acoustic thing. Gil and the bass player Grant and the guitar player Jay. And I used to run a hootenanny at a place in Santa Ana called Original Mike's. And they would come a lot, so I'd heard them. So it was a friend of ours actually said, "Hey man," because Gil played drums and I played drums, knew how to play drums also, and so we said, "Why don't we get together and see how it works out?" And it worked out really well, you know. But we got tired of hauling around the drums, so that's why we're in the process right now of trying to find a different drummer.
So you don't have to carry the drums.
Yeah.
Let them just come and show up and play.
You get to a certain point in life.
Yeah, drums are like, cumbered. That's kind of why years ago, I mean, I knew how to play the guitar and I had to sell my drums because I didn't have room for them. So I was like, drums they take up a lot of space, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
You're the first guy there and the last guy to leave.
Yep.
Right, so I'm in a situation now with my band Big Mess where both of our drummers are disabled.
Oh.
So they've both been in motorcycle accidents that were really bad, and they've kind of recovered. One is getting close now. The other one is not ever going to totally recover where he can carry all his drums. So I carry all the drums in, set them up. They help.
Oh, you're a nice guy.
And they both play, and they both played our set. It's awesome.
That's what we need, a roadie.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Somebody brings the drums and
Shuts them up.
all that.
Yeah.
Then I can do it.
Yeah, playing the drums is easy. It's hauling them around.
And what would you say the music is for that band? What style?
Basic roots rock type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not rockabilly or blues. We kind of we do mostly our own stuff and mix it up with covers.
Yeah, a few covers. You throw a few, just like I do, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that. Yeah. And that's what the show's about. It's the underground scene, right? So
Yeah.
that's where we play. That's where we reside, and that's what we love, right?
Yeah.
We love playing our stuff and showing it to people that appreciate some underground music that they don't know, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd love to be like rich and famous like Beyonce, but you know, I'm in the underground, so
Right, yeah.
that's where I am.
But everyone started there, even those people, right?
Yeah, totally.
And they were just lucky to get to where they were, maybe, right? Because some
you
of
never
them
know
crash and burn, and that's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
We're still here.
Yeah, exactly. Haven't crashed yet.
All right, so let's do another song here, and you can jump in and play along with me.
All right.
This is a song off my new album, and it probably fits in a little bit with your style.
Cool.
Right? This one's called Bootstrap Cantina.
All right.
I was walking a soul with a story to tell. Just from his hands you can understand. Devil on his back and his face painted black, like a runaway child who never smiles. He's been to hell. 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 You can't stay away. Now you gotta pay. You want to leave, but they make you stay. I was strolling along, and it shouldn't take so long. I want to know what's in my soul. He came from hell. 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 Yeah. He came from hell. He came from hell. to hell. Yeah,
Cool.
that's awesome. Sweet. All right. So there we go. So you also have mentioned a couple other bands and your acoustic stuff.
Yeah,
And I've played with you several times acoustic. We've always had a great time.
yeah.
And like I said, our music's not too far off of each other. I have some stuff a little more punky, but you got that roots with your drumming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of, like I was messing, we were talking about Tommy Gun earlier, and I was going, Tommy Gun. You know,
Yeah.
but I like screwed it up. the Clash
Well, because
song.
you're doing the guitar instead of the drums, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, the other band I play in is called the Very Stable Geniuses. And we are mostly a recording band, but we used to do some gigs right before the pandemic lockdown, actually. We had keyboards and synthesizers, and we try to experiment with the electronica type stuff, actually, just for fun, and drum machines sometimes too, just because, you know, we're both drummers. I don't have problems with the drum machine if you
So fun, yeah.
music for aesthetic reasons and stuff. And do the same thing, do a lot of originals, some of our own covers. We just finished a version of Life During Wartime. We have a video for it. We can insert if you guys want.
Right. So that sounds fun. I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to do kind of different styles.
Yeah.
Especially my last album, I've got some real Americana stuff like the song we just played, right? And then I have some punk stuff, and I have some really heartfelt love songs on there. It's really fun. I like to kind of stretch the boundaries of things.
Yeah, that's what we were doing originally with the Very Stable Geniuses. We'd take old country songs and just do them like, let's do like a weird synth version of this Waylon Jennings songs or a George Jones song, you know, just to put it in a different direction and see what happens
Right.
with it.
And
you
then
know?
synth is perfect because I get a good story, because one of the songs on the album was a song I wrote. Our band Big Mess, we were on KLOS, and then they had call-ins, people calling in to say what they thought of the music.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy calls in, and he was from the Midwest somewhere. I can't remember if it was Missouri or one of those in the middle of the country. And he calls in and he goes, "Oh, I really dig that. Sounds kind of like Devo on dope." Right? And
Good name for a band.
Which I looked
Devo
at.
on dope.
Yeah, I looked at it as a great compliment.
That
right?
is
I'm like-
good, yeah.
I'm going, that's a great compliment because I love Devo, right? So along comes the pandemic, right? And so I sat in my room and I'm like, I think I'm going to write that song.
Devo on dope.
So then I wrote the song Devo on Dope, and that's on my latest album. Yeah.
That's cool. I used to know that one, Devo. Devo.
And in the song, we use all the riffs from the Devo song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Devo's got some cool stuff.
Right, and then at the end we end it. All right, so let's talk about your acoustic stuff.
Sure.
You, because you play quite a few different songs there, different styles.
Yeah, you know, I do a song by The Cure. You know, it's a good 80s band I liked back then. Van Morrison, maybe whip out a Beatles song, as well as my own stuff, you know.
No, and then you do it the right way, because then you insert all your songs in between, so it's a nice feel, right, to go from one to the other.
Yeah, that seems to work, you know.
Yeah. And your songs aren't all the same, so
yeah.
it's a good move to go from a cover tune you like, doing it your style, because you don't do it anything like the original. I've seen it, which is good. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it when people take a song and they make it their own, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times you get in those situations, you know, where you're playing in front of a bunch of people who've never heard you. They don't know who you are. So it's nice to throw the audience a bone, you know. Yeah. Here's a song I've heard before, because I've seen a lot of bands before where you go, wow, those guys are really good, and they did that really cool version of some song you've heard before, you know. And, you know, that's what sometimes people remember that. You never know.
All right, so let's bring Steve up again.
Sure.
Is this a song you've heard from him before?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So here's a song that I think he heard last time we played together, and then you guys talked about it, and he said, "Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to play that song with you that you played at the last show."
Well, this
So
is
here
a
you go.
new song, yeah. Let me get my cheat sheet. It's on the other.
We'll edit this part out.
All right, this one's in 3/4 time. He sat by the TV all day, waiting to see what they might say. The rockets and robots flew by his front door, brought out the sky. Run to the highway, run to the field, run to the darkness. They danced in the alley all night, cheek to cheek, out of sight. The churches and preachers stood by and didn't say one word. Light up the sky. Run to the highway, run to the field, run to the darkness. More time. Run to the highway, run to the field, run to the darkness. Chorus. Run to the highway, run to the field, run to the darkness. Do it one more time. Run to the highway, run to the field, run to the darkness. Cool.
Sweet. Hope you enjoyed that. That's brand new, right?
Yes.
Yes, and this is what I like about the underground and music, and I love that people just keep writing and stay current, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of bands now. Things have changed, right? It used to be everyone thinking about what's the next album going to be, right? The bands are out there. What's our next album going to be? We're going to record another album. And now there's a lot of bands that haven't done an album in 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, right?
Yeah.
They go, what's the point in putting out a new album? No one's buying that, but not a good reason, right? If you got the
Yeah.
money, put out a record.
Yeah. We put our stuff on Bandcamp, the
Yeah.
Very Stable Geniuses. We have 2 albums on Bandcamp. The High Side of Low, and what's the other one called?
The F and G's.
The F and G's. Stands for
Ooh,
the
I like that.
freaking new guys. It's an old military term or
Right,
something.
freaking.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking new. Yeah.
It's a Vietnam era.
Yeah.
The new guy in the battalion.
Yeah. Fucking new guys. The F and G's.
So tell us how we can find your stuff. You said Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Look up the Very Stable Geniuses. YouTube. If you put in Fletcher Harrington or looking up the Very Stable Geniuses sometimes is problematic because you'll get like Donald Trump stuff all day
Oh.
long or something. But Facebook, yeah.
But it's obvious if that comes up, that's not what you're doing.
No, yeah.
Unless it's a song about Trump, right?
Don't any. Yeah, exactly. We're the stable ones, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on Facebook too. Very Stable Geniuses and the Goat Hill Gamblers, and myself, Fletcher Harrington, and Gil. Gil's got his own one, Gil Dabney. Facebook stuff.
And that's your favorite spot is Bandcamp?
Bandcamp. Well, that's where we put it because
Yeah.
you could put it there without releasing. I have some CDs myself. They're mostly almost out of print now. You know, they sell them and.
We've got a Very Stable Genius CD also.
Nice, yeah.
Or not, or
The Goat Hill Gamblers, yeah, we have a
Yeah, so I have
CD.
quite a few CDs, and when I play shows, I bring those
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And then you can find them on CD Baby.
Yeah.
Or you can find them
Well,
on, I mean,
CD
pretty much
Baby.
anywhere. You go to Amazon, they're there.
Amazon, YouTube.
In fact, I just found some, or Steve did, and he told me, and I looked at him like, wonder where they got all these CDs. They're selling my CDs on Amazon, somebody else.
I was on Walmart for a while.
And they're
Walmart.com.
undercutting me. I think they were only $10 of mine.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see that money, you know.
I think one was like $5, right? I'm going, wow, they're undercutting me. That's awesome. Somehow they can sell them cheaper than me.
It's like you have to make a certain amount of money before you start getting anything back. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't hit that point yet.
And now the mailing it kills you, right?
Yeah.
If you mail a
gee whiz.
CD, it
Yeah.
costs you like $5 to mail it.
Yeah.
Right?
We used to do that to radio stations years ago. And I used to get a lot of airplay in Europe, and we did some tours over in Europe. I did a few times.
Yeah.
That was fun over there. And you're doing a tour in like Arizona and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I just came back. Yeah, and then I'm going back out again.
Yeah, I
in
saw
in a week or so.
your
Yeah.
flyer. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun stuff. We had a good time. With the exception of the temperature in Arizona was
gee.
102
Right now?
for
Wow.
3 days in a row. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And then we get to New Mexico, it was a relief. And Nevada wasn't so bad. Nevada was only in the 80s.
It's nice here today.
Right, yeah. So you said you would like to do another song.
Sure.
So let's,
In fact, I'll do a song. It's called Picture Perfect Day, since it's a picture perfect day today. Pretty much those chords, except for the chorus. Did I see you dancing on the beach, dressed in skyline blue, one step out of reach? I forgot why I love you, but I love you on this picture perfect day. Let's meet up again in a week or so. We can take a spin down to Mexico. I forgot why I love you, but I love you on this picture perfect day. For the first time, everything seems bright. Drinking sweet red wine in the warm sunlight. I forgot why I love you, but I love you on this picture perfect day. Yes, I love you on this picture perfect day. Yes, I love you
Nice. Sweet.
Good happy song.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what made you come up with this song?
Gee.
Because it's lovely. I mean, that's something you would think about when you're out on a day like this, right? Sun's out, it's beautiful, little wind blowing through the park.
I think I kind of started making a concerted effort to try and write happy songs. You know, I've got tons of depressing songs, and it's like, shut up, kid. No one wants to hear your bullshit, you know? So I started writing happy songs, and that's a happy song. You know, it turned out okay, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so here we are out in this beautiful park on this picture perfect day.
Yeah.
All right, I would like to thank you all for coming out to see Chad's underground scene with my special guest, Fletcher Harrington, and we are going to show you a couple of videos from Fletcher Harrington. Enjoy. And remember, it all starts in the underground.
Like a candidate for wax, sidewalk social scientist don't get no satisfaction from your cigarette. It's 10 to 10 and time is running out. working shoes and dance. Jacked up, kicked around and tossed till I'm broke up. Spend another night getting choked up. I'm your rodeo clown. I'm your rodeo clown.
We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean.